Cam Schlittler might be the most important pitcher on the Yankees roster this season. And if you had said that a year ago, almost nobody would have believed you. Welcome to the #1 Yankees Guy podcast on Earth. New York Post columnist Joel Sherman, who has covered baseball for about 40 years, recently said he has never seen a player rise as fast as Schlittler has. And the story behind it is pretty interesting. Cam Schlittler was drafted by the Yankees in the 7th round in 2022. At the time, he was basically seen as a common right-handed pitcher. Nothing particularly flashy, just another arm in the system. But Yankees pitching coach Matt Blake had actually known about Schlittler going back to high school. Blake had connections with Yankees scout Matt Hyde, who had been pushing the organization to draft him. Back then, Schlittler's fastball was sitting around 92 to 94 miles per hour. Today, it sits 95 to 98 and can touch 101. That's a completely different pitcher. Schlittler himself has been pretty honest about the process. When asked about his development, he even joked that he sucked when he started opening day for AA Somerset. But a lot has changed since then. One of the biggest adjustments was his body and conditioning. He started around 199 pounds, bulked up too much to around 225, and eventually found his best balance around 215 to 218 pounds. According to Matt Blake, the key wasn't just strength. It was moving his body more efficiently, and that efficiency unlocked more velocity. Now Schlittler is throwing a mix of pitches that includes a four-seam fastball, a sinker, a hard cutter around 95 miles per hour, and an improved curveball. The Yankees suddenly had a power arm on their hands, and the timing could not have been better. Last season, the Yankees' rotation was in serious trouble. Garrett Cole, Luis Gil, and Clark Schmidt were out. That left the team relying heavily on Max Fried, Carlos Rodon, and Will Warren. The back end of the rotation featured pitchers like Marcus Stroman and Carlos Carrasco, and things were looking rough. At the trade deadline, many people expected the Yankees to go out and acquire another starter. But internally, the Yankees believed something else. They believed Cam Schlittler could help more than the pitchers they might trade for. So they didn't make the move. And in a lot of ways, they were right. When Schlittler finally got his opportunity in the big leagues, he pitched very well. In 2025, he posted a 2.96 ERA with a strikeout rate over 10 per 9 innings. He even pitched well in the playoffs. Now, in 2026, Schlittler is lined up to start Game 2 of the season. That's a pretty incredible rise for a pitcher who was barely on the radar not that long ago. And the scouting reports coming out of Tampa have been extremely positive. Multiple scouts have said Schlittler looks confident attacking hitters and throwing his pitches in the strike zone. Some people have even made comparisons to Garrett Cole. That's obviously a very flattering comparison. At roughly the same stage of development, Schlittler's early numbers actually compare well with Cole's early major league seasons. But those comparisons need to be taken carefully. Garrett Cole is one of the best pitchers of his generation, and he didn't become that pitcher overnight. It took years of experience for Cole to refine his command and fully harness his stuff. Schlittler may throw as hard as Cole, but Cole's command and experience took time to develop. Still, the comparison shows just how excited people are about Schlittler's potential. He has gone from a 7th-round draft pick to a pitcher touching 101 miles per hour to someone many fans now view as a possible savior of the Yankees rotation. And frankly, the Yankees need him. Luis Gil still looks lost. Ryan Weathers has talent but is injury-prone. Cole and Rodon are both coming back from surgery. So for now, the Yankees are relying heavily on Max Fried, Will Warren, and Cam Schlittler to hold things together. And if the rotation struggles, Brian Cashman might once again start looking around the league for another pitching project that Matt Blake can try to fix. But for now, the Yankees are betting that Cam Schlittler can keep rising. From 7th-round pick to 100-mile-per-hour starter to maybe one of the most important pitchers on the roster. We'll see how it plays out. May God bless the New York Yankees.